Here's some rig tips. When wearing your pack and LBE together, if you have a side-mounted sling on a rifle and you are scouting or hunting, carrying your rifle in this position for extended periods of time can really start to cause fatigue in your arms. So a quick way to alleviate that is choke up on your sling, bring it across. So now across your neck, on the back side of your shoulders, it's kind of taking up the weight, and then you can just kind of cradle your arms to stabilize your firearm. This is more of a safety tip when I'm out scouting or hunting. So while you have your loaded mag, there's nothing in the chamber. So that's pretty important because it just takes one simple little slip sometimes on a rock, if it's icy or if it's just rained, moss gets kind of greasy. You can slip and have a serious accident with your firearm. If you want to have a folding mat with you in case, say, you had to hunker down at night or just for kneeling or sitting purposes in cold weather, these German folding mats slide in nice in this sleeve that goes up against your back. When you're wearing an LBE, the waist strap isn't really necessary, so you can clip it together outside of the little pocket and then just adjust it together and then roll up the excess strap and tuck it inside. So this gets it out of the way, and then that strap isn't hanging loose, tangling in anything. To always ensure that you have a pack ready to go with your strap system, there's a couple little tricks that I like to employ. So one is I preset the straps to my desired length on how they're going to fit on my body. Now, you don't have to fight getting that ruck on. You simply have to grab it on the side, lift it up over your head, and it will very easily slide into place. And then you just click in your sternum strap. So the pack is already preset. I don't have to fight with adjusting straps or having loose, long straps dangling, especially if you're going through thick vegetation, lots of dead branches. Those straps can get wrapped up real quick, and next thing you know, it's causing you to trip, stumble, fall. It's just setting you up for failure. When you're going to tape up straps, I usually do about 2 wraps, but just before you press that tape over, take a portion of that tape and fold it over on itself so that you can find the end of the tape. Because as the weather gets colder, you're going to want to adjust that sternum strap or your shoulder straps for bulkier clothes when you're going to be wearing them. Grab the side of your pack and just lift your arms up and let that pack fall down. And you're not fighting with straps. Everything just falls right into place, and that's pretty awesome. This whole system is designed around being light. So I generally aim for a max pack weight of 20 pounds. Today my pack is sitting around 18 pounds, and it contains all the essential kit that I'm going to need out there. Because of how the LBE is situated across my hips, it doesn't work well to carry a hunting knife on the side of your hip because obviously the pouches are in the way. So what works really well with a system like this is a horizontal knife carry. So this keeps the knife down low. If my right arm got injured, I'm still able to access the knife with my left arm. Very easy to retrieve, very easy to put back. This just makes a really nice, simple system. You can see also with a horizontal carry that it's not going to interfere with your stomach. So as you bend over, nothing is pinching. I don't even hardly notice that it's there. my mag pouches on either side are sitting pretty close to the 9 and 3 o'clock position. And what I've done is set the smaller grenade pouches at the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock position. You don't want to bring any pouches on the front closer than that. So the 10 and 2 o'clock position still allows me to bend over and not have anything pinching me or getting in the way of my stomach. When you're setting up a belt holder for your knife, if it has the extra tab to create a locking position, this keeps the knife from, coming off of your belt. The only thing you'll notice with this method is that the buckle is going to be off-centered a little bit. So that just allows for some extra webbing for the knife to attach to. Not a big deal, it just has to move over a few inches. The butt pack in this system is intentionally kept lightweight. This eliminates any excess pressure on my lower back, on your lumbar. So this is just carrying my rain poncho, my windbreaker, wind cheater. There is 4 granola bars in here and 4 Cliff bars. Now in my pack, there are 3 dehydrated meals. So I have my meal food for the day. But the energy bars, there is enough calories there, roughly around 1,500. So when you need some sustained energy, it's right there ready in the butt pack. What gets overlooked on many setups is elbow protection. Really crucial. You are going to bang your elbows. So this shirt is equipped with a pocket sleeve, so I slipped in some very thin foam elbow pads. Besides tripping and having an injury to your knee, another reason for wearing knee pads out in the backcountry here in Northwest Ontario is the amount of bedrock. So when you're carrying all your kit with your firearm and your rifle, a lot of times I have to scale up bedrock to get to certain places. Well, I can't a lot of times get my leg all the way up there, but I can lift my leg high enough so that I can get my knee on the rock. Once I get my knee on the rock, then I can start to get some leverage to get myself up. I can wear these for 12 hours with no issues. When it comes to an LBE layout, I typically follow the same pattern. It's either a butt pack or a couple pouches at the back. Then I have my canteen pouches, my ammo pouches, and then my navigation. So I'll have my compass and my GPS in these pouches. Camel cream, is nice to use many times a year, but when your face is really sweating, the cream and stuff is going to leach in your eyes and start burning your eyes. So consider adding a neck tube to your kit. That way when you want to apply camouflage to your face, you can simply put on your neck tube and then all your skin is no longer exposed, but now concealed. If a neck tube isn't your thing, you can use a bandana. Many times I use this bandana, tie it around my face for concealment. Well, that's just some tips I wanted to share with you guys today, maybe to give you some ideas or help you when you setting up your kit. I know lots of times I spend hours looking at my LBE or my pack and I'm like, oh, how can I fix that? How can I rectify that situation? And I sit there brainstorming until I get an idea and figure things out. So take care, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Bye now.